This is the Peter Greenwood Show at the Edinburgh Fringe, and to my right is a lady who is doing a show up here. Could you tell me your name and your show title, please?
My name is Lily Phillips, and my show is called Crying.
How are you, Lily?
I'm okay. I'm not crying now.
I was going to ask, is there crying in particular crying? Like, what is this show, and have you lived up to its name yet? We're 5 days in at time of recording of the Fringe,
we?
So yeah.
God, it's all a blur already. Crying, yeah. It's basically a show about having a baby, and I didn't want to do a kind of romanticised version of that, so I called it Crying.
I understand babies cry a lot.
Babies cry, mothers cry, and that's
cry
okay.
together.
We cry together, we cry alone, but it's just a real version of it. My real version of it.
Yeah, which is not like the sitcom version of having a baby.
No, it's not like Friends, which is what my idea of having a baby was based on. And what's that other one where the babies talk? Look Who's Talking?
Look Who's Talking, yeah.
Yeah. And when they just show those montages of like, oh, she's a bit tired, and oh, she's putting coffee in the bottles, oh, ha ha ha, like it looks so funny. And I didn't realise that actually it's like quite hellish.
Yeah.
And she was on her own. Now, I thought she was a single mother. My God.
So, when it came time to putting Crying together, what experiences did you want to convey about what it's really like to have a baby, and how did you put all that into the show?
So I really just wanted to be as honest as possible, but obviously I still wanted it to be funny. Everyone have a laugh. So I worked closely with my director Jordan Brooks on keeping that authenticity and keeping them on a kind of like a bit of a roller coaster of like, here's some hard truths and then here's a little silly little joke about it, and also just trying to remember actually like that period of my life, because she's 2 now, and because it's been 2 years since I've been to Edinburgh, I've sort of been writing it on and off for like that whole time, and so I wanted to stay in the kind of the misery of it that I felt at the beginning, but I've actually come out the other side. I'm actually having a lovely time now, which is not helpful for writing a show, but yeah, I was really encouraged to try and like take myself back there, because I think that is what's misleading, is that you do start to forget all of the horrible stuff, and that's why obviously women end up having another baby, because you probably wouldn't do it if you had like 20/20 vision.
Yeah, I read a thing once that said the human brain doesn't remember things as they are, as it was. You just remember the last time you remembered it. So if, for example, I was wearing like a watch and you remembered we doing this interview and I wasn't wearing a watch, you wouldn't remember that going forward. So having a baby seems very much like that, like you remember things, but it's also kind of a blur sometimes. And I think just for me as well, I really wanted to like desperately hold on to those details, because as I felt them slipping away, I think because what I struggled with is like the shock of it all, and I felt like going into it I didn't know so much. Like I think I'd been protected from a lot, and I think a lot of parents are, before they become parents, they kind of delivered this this nice PG version of it, and not necessarily told all of the possible risks and what could happen in birth. And like, yeah, ideally you have a nice one and people listen to you, but there are a lot of stories where people don't. So I found that really overwhelming, that I was like so confused. So I'm like, if I did do it again, like I want to have that in the front of my head, so that I can do it better. Or at least make a more informed decision.
Yeah, information I think is key, and I think they hide a lot of stuff away, I think, because they think it will scare women.
Yeah.
But I think that's quite patronising. Like, you can still decide to do it, but you know what you're deciding to do, and you're going into it with your eyes open.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a man. I haven't had a baby personally. Just not something I am able to do. So I always wonder what the experience is like. And when you were having the experiences, how did you decide what to include and what to leave out? Because you said you wanted it to be honest. So but how honest is too honest?
I know. Well, that's what I found out as I was previewing the show. What's too far and what's not far enough, and doing it to like lots of men, lots of women that haven't had children, lots of people undecided, like knowing where everybody's sort of lines were and making it accessible to people that, I mean, obviously I want mothers to be there and parents to be there, but I also think it's a story worth listening to for everyone. And I say to people in the show, like, even if you haven't experienced it, like by the end of this, you'll feel like you have.
Yeah.
I actually didn't, when I first started writing the show, I didn't even include my detailed birth story. I was mainly talking about the kind of aftermath of that and being in a kind of like deranged, sleep-deprived state.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have trousers on for like a year. I couldn't speak. I couldn't like function properly. But actually, I was encouraged to really delve into the birth part of it, and now the show is quite mainly about the actual birth, and people are quite surprised by a lot of the stuff that went down. Yeah,
there are some experience. I hear a lot happens during the birth giving procedure. My mum, when I was a child, she always used to say 58 minutes dry birth to me, and I'm like, I don't know what that means. As an adult,
what does that mean?
It means she went through 58 minutes of labour, and by the time I came out, all the water had gone and it was dry.
That sounds painful.
Yeah.
58 minutes dry birth.
That's all she used to say. She may, every so often when I've been really naughty, she'd say, and 3 stitches. So again, as a child, you're like, okay. But as an adult, you're like, oh, I understand what that means. And by God, I wish I didn't have that in my head.
I know. I look at my mum and I'm like, how did you do this 3 times? Like, why didn't you tell me that it was going to be like this? But she probably did. And I probably like just ignored it and just thought, well, that won't be me. I'll have a lovely time. I'll just give birth in the woods like an earth mother, plop her out into a bush and feel nothing.
Give her like a little raspberry up a bush or something.
Forage her first meal and all that stuff about it being so natural. I think this word natural is really misused.
Is that something you were told when you were getting ready to give birth?
Yeah, and I actually was trying to do this hypnobirthing thing before, which is a way of getting through birth by doing a certain type of breathing. It's like a meditative state, so that you do that instead of having actual pain relief. But it doesn't work. Spoiler.
Is that like the whole second act of the show you just told us about?
Yeah. But I just thought maybe it could work. It seemed like a wonderful fantasy. Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice?
And again, it's inspired by the montages in the films and the TV. Oh, it was so peaceful. Oh, it was... Or you do sometimes get, give me the drugs.
Yeah, you do. It's, but even that bit is always like, obviously they shorten it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure your mum's labour was very difficult, and they're always difficult for different reasons, but I was in labour for 4 days. And they would never show that, like that kind of just constant pain. Yeah. For 4 days. Like,
if they did, like, do you remember the TV show 24, where every episode was...
Oh, yes.
Imagine that for, like, births, but it's, like, 4 days.
Yes, that's a great idea.
Do you know someone we can pitch that to?
Yeah, do I? Let's think about this.
Let's talk to
brainstorm. Anyone that's listening, let's give someone a hellish 24 hours. They just keep turning it off and coming back on. Yep. She's still there.
Yeah, like, you turn it off, you go to work, you do your day, you maybe drift off early, you wake up late at night and think, oh, I can't sleep, I've had my nap, I'll watch the rest of this. You turn on, just full on screaming.
Horrible.
Let me ask you this, though, because you said your child is 2 years old now.
Yep.
As she gets older, will you tell her about this show? 'Cause she is an inspiration for a whole Fringe show now.
She is. And I think, I don't know how much choice I'll have in that, because some stuff is on the internet already. So she will find it. Although, another thing I talk about in the show is that the confusion between me and the other Lily
yes,
Phillips.
Yes, there is another Lily Phillips.
Yeah, who's an OnlyFans star who's
Yes.
done some interesting challenges recently.
Yeah.
So now, like when I used to Google myself, I was quite high up on the search, and then she used to call herself Lillian Phillips online, so she would come up. So I knew of her,
Yeah.
but I was always at the top. And now that she did what she
Yeah.
did, I'm
Now her
so
profile has risen.
far down.
Do you know what, though? Maybe it's because I've been Googling a lot of people for the Fringe. When I Googled you, Lily Phillips comedian was the first hit for me.
Well, that's very good for your algorithm.
Yes.
That shows you're clean.
Yes, I am very homely. No, it's a good.
Wholesome.
Wholesome. That's the word. I am very
you love
wholesome.
comedy more
Yes.
than porn.
Yes.
Well done.
Barely, but some days it is 50-50. I'm single. I live alone. I've got a
Depends
cat.
on the day.
I would like to ask a little bit about the other Lily Phillips. Now, you've mentioned that you did a thing on Instagram, TikTok, one of them, about your manager getting emails for the other
Yes.
Lily Phillips. Does that happen a lot?
Yeah. And it's kind of fascinating. I mean, even companies have got in touch. Even the BBC got in touch.
Wow.
A researcher at the BBC got in touch with the wrong agent. Maybe do your research to ask me to come and be interviewed. And I did think maybe I should just go and just plug my Edinburgh show.
Yeah. They're clearly aiming towards some kind of questions, but you're just no, the show is about giving birth. And every time they try to steer it back, you're no, it's for show, and it's about giving birth. It's about the reality of that. So, never give them what they want.
They'd be so confused, because even people that followed me already had seen my comedy, because I'd been out for a bit because I'd had a baby. They actually did think, it did go through their minds that it might be me, that I'd just pivoted,
taking a different career path.
Yeah, but can you imagine what a return from maternity leave to just have sex with 100 men and film it? I mean, no, it's not me.
Yeah,
if anyone's confused.
I mean, anything for the TikTok, but come on, I
know everyone's
to
got
each
a
their
line.
own.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite good because I've got publicity off the back of it without having to do any of that.
Yeah.
I can just sit back and not have sex with anyone and just get some attention.
Yeah. Which is kind of a dream, really.
Yeah, exactly. She's doing all the hard work. Although she is, apparently she earned 43 million last year. And I did not.
I also did not. I might change my name to Lily Phillips.
Yeah.
There'll be three of us.
I did find another one. I started looking for other Lily Phillipses because I was I can't be the only one having this experience. It's not that weird of a name. And there's a doctor in America. I think she's a pediatrician as well.
Wow.
So that's pretty bad.
Many years ago, there was there still is a comedian called Dave Gorman, and he did a special, Are You Dave Gorman, where he went around looking for other Dave Gormans and all the interesting things that different Dave Gormans did. So all I'm saying is if there's a documentary, Are You Lily Phillips?
Yes. Again, if anyone's listening that has the kind of funding, I'd also like to interview her.
Would you have Lily Phillips on a show, a podcast, what have you?
I'm fascinated by it. I'm quite obsessed. And with the Bonnie Blue thing, I think it's... Because I can't really decide what I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
I keep flipping between the two of it's her body, it's her choice. She's seems to feel some kind of empowerment from doing it, and actually at the end of the day it's just a very effective business model to do something really shocking to get eyes on you, and she's making loads of money out of it, and all power to her. But then on the other side of it, when I give myself some time to really think about it, I'm well, what sort of message is she putting out about what women are willing to do, and the men that are having their eyes on her, what do they then think other women might be up for doing, and that they can't really maybe handle a kind of nuance that she's saying, well, I'm just doing it, but not all women want to do it.
Yeah.
They can't really register that, so it might have a negative impact.
Yeah, I can see that, yeah.
But also, I'm having a fun time. So when I put that, I read out an email about one of the guys applying. She then she posted it on her page and was like, yep, you have to go through 2 Lily Phillips now.
Yeah. There's a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, and then there was one time that another publicity stunt, she told everyone that she was pregnant after doing the 100 guys. I mean, everyone was really shocked, and I'm like, well, how do you think babies are made?
Yeah.
Like, of course she's pregnant. Like,
Yeah.
And so then I messaged her again because I put up another thing like, oh my gosh, she's pregnant. Like, we're so similar. And again, she just messages me back and like she's open to any kind of stuff. Anyway, and I was like, are you really?
Yeah.
She was like, no.
We should call her.
We should call her. Get her on this.
Yeah, let's get her. I've got a phone
She
attachment.
should babysit my baby.
She should come do a show at Fringe.
She should. She'd love it.
You can double headline it. Lily and Lily.
I would sell out.
That would be amazing.
It would be great.
I'd come see that show.
Yeah.
Not that I don't want to come see you.
Excuse me.
Alone. You don't need to have the porn star with you, but
I know. I really should have marketed it, I think, looking back. But it sort of happened like as I'd already started doing my show and I'd already put in what I was going to do. But I should have just said I was that Lily Phillips.
Yeah.
And it could have been in like an experiment where I see who turns up.
Oh,
and then I just do an hour on childbirth and they're just horrified.
I mean, again, there is a point in, again, one of your socials where you're saying who's here because you thought I was the other Lily Phillips.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, just me and you watch porn.
Yeah. I mean, I have to say at the beginning of every show now, just to clarify. And also they did, there was a Free Palestine protest at the weekend and all the posters got graffitied, Free Palestine, Free Palestine, Free Palestine, except mine that was just covered in dicks.
God.
They're like, this Lily Phillips doesn't understand politics.
Yeah.
We'll just draw a cock
We'll give
and
her a
balls.
pass.
Yeah.
I feel like the drawing of the cock and balls on posters is a dying art.
It is. But I think I got special treatment because of my situation.
There was a lady here last year, I don't know if you've seen her clips online, she makes songs up out of bathroom graffiti.
Oh, wow.
It's fabulous.
That's cool.
It is excellent.
Is she here now?
I don't know if she's here this year. I will look into it and let you know.
Yes, let me know.
Anyway, from porn stars to your show.
Yes. I'm just giving the other Lily Phillips more publicity.
We are there. If you're listening, Lily, say hi.
No.
And why wouldn't you be?
Yeah, exactly.
So what is next for the show after Edinburgh Fringe?
I don't know. I'm going to film it on Friday.
Wow.
Yeah, next up I'm going to film it.
They're really good next up.
Yeah,
they're doing
really good.
great
so,
things.
and I really wanted to film it. I mean, I was going to do it afterwards, but actually this is ideal because I can get it done while I'm here. And it's Monkey Barrel is such a great venue and all the staff are amazing. So I think it'll be really worth doing. And then, yeah, I'd like to do a little tour of it.
Yeah.
If I'm allowed.
Somebody will say, do it. Yeah, go do it.
Soho, if you're listening, I'd like to come back.
And if you're listening, Soho, why wouldn't you be? Get in touch.
We think a lot of people are listening, don't we?
Oh, yeah. We've got porn stars, we've got PRs.
What a mix.
We've got TV producers, all of whom probably know each other already on a first-name basis.
Yeah. And they're just out seeing shows right now.
Yep. I would like to ask, you mentioned you haven't been to the show for Fringe for 2 years. How has the Fringe changed in that time? What's it like coming back after that length of time?
I don't think it's changed. I mean, it's windier.
Yeah.
But I think it's the same. I think it's... I don't know if it's as busy as it was, but like that's just my experience. But other people probably have the stats on how many
somebody will
people
have stats at the end of this.
Someone listening to this.
And if you're listening, let us
You're
know.
a statistician.
I feel like there's a Venn diagram in my audience we're working here. Porn stars, statisticians, PRs, TV producers.
I mean, I think maybe the one thing that is different, which was it was sort of happening the last time I was here, because when I did my other show, it was after lockdown, which is when the kind of viral comedians came out and people that I think before that you knew everyone that was kind of in your year in comedy. You'd all come up together doing all the shitty bringer gigs and you all kind of like
you'd all earned your stripes.
in the way that we understood. I'm not putting down the other way, but then then all these people just came out with like all this following of like and filling out their shows, and it was like a different thing to sort of compete with that we didn't have before. And so I just think probably that's even more so now.
Yeah.
With shows. And I am terrible at doing stuff online, so it's my own fault.
That's what PR is for. That's what everyone else is for.
Yeah, that's what Lily Phillips is for.
You need to just turn up and be funny.
Exactly.
Where can people find out more about you on social media and about your show?
So I mainly just do Instagram. I don't do TikTok. Sorry. At Lily Phillips Comedy. I will post about it on there. I also do a podcast called Ghastly Women, and
which is something else I wanted to ask about.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
People have been coming actually to see the show who listen to the podcast, which is so great. We've got such a lovely following, and they always they came to Esther's tour show, and I did some of her support for that. So it's so nice to meet people, because I mean you must feel this, that you just do it and you're on your own and you don't know if anyone's listening. I mean you can look at the numbers, but they're not really real until
it's just things on a screen. I've described it in the past as shouting into the void to see if anything comes back. Do you agree, do you disagree? Let's have a conversation.
Yeah, and it's so great to really curate a group of people that are so up for your kind of comedy, because it is just that we're so silly on the podcast, there's no point to it, and we don't really get guests on, so it's just us two just chatting, and we both do it from home, so we're very comfortable, maybe too comfortable, and maybe we say too much.
I think not comfortable enough. Go further.
So you're who is listening to this nonsense? And then you meet them and they're just actually normal, regular people, and you get along really great, and then they come and see your show, so it really translates into that, and then they like that, because obviously it's the same thing. I'm not being a different version of myself. So it really works out, and I love it. I love them, and they send us gifts,
which is great.
Love gifts.
I'd love somebody to bring me a gift during this show.
I mean, we have a guy who's a carpenter, and he is just constantly chiseling various little wooden objects to send. They get sent to my agent, and every now and then she's got another sculpture for you.
But isn't it great when your art inspires other art?
Yeah,
that's so satisfying.
It is.
To me, every once in a blue moon, I'll say something on the show, and somebody will draw a picture of it. Or a couple of years ago, I said, "Look, I understand you in America." I was doing the show was airing on an American station. I said, listen, I understand you shouldn't vote for me to be president, but just put my name in somewhere. And one person did it. They voted for me they wrote in my name to be comptroller of some IT department. So that happened.
It's out there.
It's out there. So one person voted for me to be comptroller of some IT department in somewhere in Wisconsin.
Wow.
It was amazing.
That's what's so great about podcasts as well, that reach. We looked at our numbers once, and we were doing really well in an Australian list or something, and it's just, I don't know, it's just so great. I mean, they probably can't come and see the shows, but
they should,
but it's just nice that I think it makes you feel quite, in this divided world that we live in, that we are all actually quite similar, wherever we are, whatever our situation is. We all just want to sit there and have a laugh while we're trying to clean our houses.
Yeah. Would you ever bring the show to Edinburgh and do it at the Fringe here?
Yeah, although we would do that. We've done a couple of live shows in London, but we would be up for that if it coincided with us both being here. Although Esther is supposed to be coming today, but the trains were all buggered.
Yeah, so. I hear the trains were really badly delayed by all the storms.
Yeah. But I think she's coming today. But that would be fun to do that. Good idea.
Thank you. I have one every. I have one every 45 years, and I'm only 39. So, thank you so much for your time, Lily. It was great to sit and talk to you. Good luck with your show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Lily Phillips Crying is playing every day until Tuesday the 12th of August. It's on at 1:30 in the afternoon over at Monkey Barrel 2. For the Peter Greenwood Show, I'm Peter Greenwood. See you next time.